What's up, guys? Joshua Jones from 365 Fitness, and in this video we're talking traps. 3 tips for building bigger traps, towering traps, and I suggest that you stay tuned and watch this whole video because it could be very, very beneficial to you. Now, just to give you a bit of a scenario, you have 2 guys, guy A and guy B. Guy A, he's got some size on him, but his traps are not where they should be, and they really don't match the size of the rest of his body. Guy B, he's also big, but he's got big towering traps. Which one of these 2 guys, just in initial thought, would you rather take home just by looking at him? I don't know about you, but I would prefer to take on guy A just because guy B's his traps are much bigger. To me, he looks bigger and he looks stronger. That's the kind of mentality people have when they see and you got big shoulders, you got big traps. When your body's well defined, people look at you in that kind of way, and in a way, they size you up. So there are so many benefits to having bigger traps. You look better, you look bigger, even if you ain't quite the biggest in other areas of your body and other muscle groups. Having big traps will cause you to look bigger overall. So let's kind of dive into it. Now, before I give you the tips, the best advice that I can give you to building bigger traps, to building bigger biceps, whatever muscle group you're doing, whatever workout or movement you are doing, the best advice that I can give you to add mass and maximize your results is plain and simply knowing how to properly do the exercise. When you know how to properly do the exercise, you're going to take your results beyond what you expected. You're going to take your results to the next level. I've been in fitness for 15 years, and I still learn things a day from watching people in the gym, watching what they're doing, watching what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong. Maybe I see a variation of a movement that I didn't have any prior knowledge of. I'm constantly learning, and that's how you grow and progress, is to constantly learn. You learn, you do it, and then you teach other folks about it. I'm constantly watching guys like Mike Rashid and Jay Cutler, Joey Swoll, guys who are big names in the fitness business, guys who are big names when it comes to bodybuilding, building muscle mass. I constantly watch their videos and read their blogs and things of that sort, because knowledge is power, and I'm constantly learning because I want to apply it to myself in the gym. So not only am I improving me, I can improve someone else. So, diving right into the tips. Tip number 1, you should never, ever, ever do a weight, especially when you come talking about shrugs, any movement. But since we're talking about traps in this video, you should never, ever, ever do a weight or lift with a weight that's going to constrict your range of motion. If you're doing this, stop it now. I'm telling you, you won't believe the results that you'll have from stopping that and lowering the weight so you ensure you do the workout properly. The results will be exponential. Now, I know us guys, we have that masculinity factor where we want to show off how much weight we can do, how much weight of this on the bench press, how much we can curl, how much we can shrug. But it's all for naught if we're not doing the workout properly, and if we're not getting full range of motion in muscle groups that require full range of motion to actually grow, such as the traps. So tip number 1, never do a weight that's going to constrict your range of motion. Number 2 has everything to do with range of motion. Make sure on every rep, in every set, that your movements are controlled and that you're getting full range of motion. For example, when doing your shrugs, starting point is weights in front of the thigh area, arms extended. Using just your traps and shoulder muscles, you're going to use just those muscles to bring the weight up as high as you can. I tell my clients, when you're doing shrugs, try to allow your shoulders to touch your ears. If you do that, then you'll get in that full range of motion on the up motion. What are the benefits of that? Number one, you'll get in that full constriction in that muscle, because we all know that the constricting and releasing of the muscle is what actually causes that muscle to grow. So you're getting full constriction. It's also forcing the maximum amount of blood into that muscle to produce muscle growth. And thirdly, it's allowing those extra muscle fibers to tear inside that muscle, causing also adding to that growth factor. So, tip 2, make sure you're getting full range of motion. Make sure your motions are slow and controlled. Not even slow, but just make sure they're controlled to the point where you're controlling the weight and you'll get maximum amount of results from your workouts. Tip number 3, it's also in line with full range of motion, but from a different aspect. Now, a lot of people actually look over this tip, don't even incorporate it into their shrugs, but it can help tremendously. My advice is, after you come down from the up motion and you come back to the starting position, during that downward motion, allow that weight to sink deep into that motion, deeper into that motion, or by relaxing the shoulders even more. And what that's going to do is cause that trap muscle to be pulled down on. And what happens when that muscle is pulled down on is causing a curvature inside within that muscle. Have you ever seen guys and their traps just look like it's kind of like sloped? Then you got those guys that there's a roundness and a thickness to that trap muscle. That's what allowing that muscle to sink, that weight to sink deep into that downward motion and into that rep before coming back up in your with the next rep. That's what that allows. It allows that muscle to be curved, to actually pop out, and it adds thickness and girth to that muscle. So just to kind of rehash it a little bit, tip 1, never do a weight that's going to restrict your range of motion. Tip 2, make sure you're getting full range of motion with controlled movements. And tip 3, allow that weight to sink deeper into your down motion on your shrugs to get that curvature and growth in those traps and maximize your results. Lastly, I want to leave you with this. It's a little workout that you can implement, and I'll add this into to the description below. I suggest starting with a lower weight, high reps, working your way up to a certain point. As you increase weight, lower your reps, and then when you get to that certain point, bring that weight back down again, and then increase your rates back up. For example, my workout that I did Friday in the gym when I was working traps and shoulders was I started with 135 for 20 reps. I bumped up to 185 for 15 reps, 205 for 10 reps, 225 for 5 reps, and then I broke it back down again, went back down to 205 for 10 reps, 185 for 15 reps, and then 135 for 20 reps. Incorporating this into your workout, and let me know how it worked for you. I want interaction here. So comment on this video. Let me know what you think. Please like, please comment, please share. Also, and I'll leave a link to this, the link to these in my description. If you'd like more information, tips like these, if you found this helpful, you can subscribe to my newsletter in the link below, as well as follow and like me on my Facebook fan page. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then lastly, I have tons and tons and tons of great products on my Shopify store. Go over, click the link if you like what you see. Feel free to make a purchase, and I'll be When you do that, I'll be sure to give you some great discounts as we go along. So this is Josh Jones for 365 Fitness. It's a daily grind. Let's get it.